gold. Real assets. Real value.
Good morning. It's Monday. It's the 12th of January, 2026, and this is a very, very big day because Basel III comes into full force. There are parts of the world that are desperately trying to get an extension and twist the rules, because if they can't, then they're bankrupt, because they've been declaring paper as real world assets. But now the rules have changed. We have to look at the way that the banking capital system works. So they declare their wealth. So I remember 20 years ago, maybe 30 years ago, I used to bank with a bank called Julius Baer in Switzerland. And my bank manager was telling me at the time that they leverage gold probably 100 times. So they sell 100 times more gold on paper than what they actually have. Now that's fine when people want to maintain their gold on paper. But recently, people haven't wanted their gold on paper. They've wanted it in physical gold. And this is what causes the problem. The world has woken up to their scam. Very, very easy to be very, very wealthy on paper. What have you actually got? I said this the other day on the Insiders Club. China and Russia have been buying gold and silver from America and from Europe and from the UK with paper. Paper pounds, paper dollars, and paper euros that have no value because they just come off the printing press. They're not backed by anything. That's all changing. This week is the start. I've been warning you for 4 years. Today's the day when the light exposes the darkness. I told you to make sure that your money is out of the bank and in gold or silver. I warned you. We're getting very, very close to the time now where it could be too late. It's up to you. It's your choice. Take the risk. I know I made my choices. This is not financial advice. This is just experience from a 65-year-old man who many times in his life has lost everything and regained it. And I've learned from my mistakes. And gold and silver have been the safest thing. Good morning, Drew.
Good morning, Charlie. Good morning, everyone. And I'm definitely playing it safe too, Charlie. My first story of the day is a former Dutch mercenary has accused Ukraine's military of corruption and extremist influence. Speaking to De Telegraaf, the ex-Air Force serviceman known as Hendrik said he saw Nazi symbols whilst serving with a unit linked to the former Azov regiment. He also alleged foreign fighters, including Latin Americans, were recruited into Ukrainian ranks. Ukraine denies tolerating extremism.
Well, this is all part of the exposure. And it's all part of the pantomime. Because all of this is to distract from the collapse of the old system. Whilst this is going on, Donald Trump has shut down 66 international organizations that maintain and allow them to maintain their illegal actions. And nobody talks about that. We see a little bit of corruption over here, a little bit of a problem over here. We see these shootings, we see this, that, and the other, and we see people dying, one thing or another, to distract from what's really going on. I've said to you before, it's all pantomime. It's to distract. I told you 6 years ago, you're going to shut down the world's economy for a global financial reset. You're living through it. I never knew the journey. I always knew the destination. We're over 80% of the way there. We've gone through most of it without even knowing what's going on. had the world really have known what was going on, there'd be civil war, because people will be so angry at what's gone on. It had to be managed this way. But sit back and enjoy it, because the next few weeks are going to be amazing. True.
Next up, Iran nationwide internet blackout is still in place. Iran's president is accusing the US and Israel of fueling the unrest rocking the country. In a televised interview, Masoud Pezeshkian claimed Washington and Tel Aviv are backing what he called foreign terrorists embedded among protesters, saying the violence is being deliberately escalated. Deadly clashes have erupted amid soaring inflation and economic crisis. Peaceful protest will be heard, but warned Iranians do not mix with what he described as rioters attacking mosques, police and public buildings. Authorities say dozens have been killed as unrest spreads nationwide.
All of this is again part of the distraction, because I know that Donald Trump and the Ayatollah of Iran are in very close communication. There are extremists, Islamic extremists, that Iran is desperately trying to get rid of. The question is, what do you do with them? What they have been doing is sending them to England, sending them to Europe, sending them to America. But those days are over. The UK's had enough of the extremists. It doesn't matter who you're the extremist of, whether you're a Zionist extremist, whether you're an Islamic extremist, whatever you are as an extremist, you're misinterpreting God's word. That's what extremism is. My final story is keep your eyes open over the next 2 to 3 weeks. What's going to happen in Davos is going to be unbelievable. Donald Trump is going to attend. The mainstream media is going to try and spin it that he's a dictator. He's this, he's that, he's the other. He's dismantling them, and he's going there to read them their last rites. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch. But be also very careful right now, because not only is the mainstream media lying to you about everything, social media has been infiltrated by many CIA imposter truthers who've been saying the right thing for the last year or so, and the signs are beginning to show that they're not real. Just be careful. That was the news on the 12th of January, 2026. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a good week.
Bye-bye.
Noble Gold. Real assets. Real value.